What's going on, YouTube? This is your friendly neighborhood DraftKings addict, bringing my top picks for Sunday's main NBA DFS slate. All right, guys, so we have a small micro slate, 4 games. Alrighty, so let's get the homework out the way. So please like, comment, and subscribe on the video. It really helps out the channel a lot. Alrighty, and I love the interactivity. Guys, let me know who you own. Any questions that you ask, I try to answer them. Alrighty, so please interact with me by dropping a comment if you have any questions or concerns about some of the picks or some of the angles that I'm going with. Let's talk it out. But alright, guys, so let's start off about this craziness that went down over in LA. So if you look closely, guys, Chris Paul wipes his face. I believe
he puts his finger right in his face, and that's what led to the first punch.
Right. So if you want to say who instigated it, obviously Rondo was in his ear, but right there, the first contact was Chris Paul.
Second contact was Rondo.
And then Paul's going to wind up right there.
And on the other side, you got a right front row view.
Brandon came in. Brandon was throwing punches.
There's going to be some suspensions.
Oh, yeah, Brandon is.
Yeah. All right, guys, so with that being said, expect Chris Paul to sit out this game, guys, okay? All righty. All right, so let's get into the picks, guys. All right, man. So, hey, it is what it is, right? Sorry, LeBron. We didn't mean to spoil your homecoming. All right, guys. So, Chris Paul, we're going to go ahead and X him off, exclude that player because the dude's probably going to be suspended. All righty. So, that's just a matter of time. It's coming out tomorrow. So, go ahead and get it ready. So, that kind of ups James Harden usage, right? Because Chris Paul's going to be sitting out, which means that Harden's probably going to be handling the ball a lot more. But he's playing against a tough defensive team in the Clippers. All righty, guys. So, if you want to take a shot at Harden, nobody's going to be, calling you stupid for doing that because, again, it is James Harden. Dude can put up a 100-point game if you catch him on the right night. All right, but me personally, I'm not playing up for Chris Paul, not on a small slate because you have to get a lot of value plays. And if you can't get the right value and they don't hit, you might have some trouble. All right, but Harden is always in play. All right, so you got Schroeder with Russell Westbrook possibly being out. I believe he's probable at the moment, but, again, he could play, but if he doesn't play, that definitely increases shoulders opportunity to score against a Sacramento team that doesn't play that well when it comes to defense. As you can see, they're ranked 29th as a team and 26 versus the point guard. All right, you got Big Sweet Lou. All righty. Guy can come off the bench and put up 35 DraftKings points, and he's only 5.3K. Playing against a Houston team without Chris Paul, one of their better defenders. All righty, guys. So you definitely could consider Lou Williams. All right. So, other than that guard, man, you could take a chance with Jamal Murray. He's a guy that's going to be at home going up against the Golden State team. Probably going to be a lot of points scored in this game. Alrighty. So, he's somebody you could definitely consider. You got De'Aaron Fox, again, going against OKC that possibly could not have Russell Westbrook. And Dennis Schroeder does not play the best of defense. And so, this is somebody that could take advantage of that. He plays a lot of minutes, and he definitely has some high usage, meaning the ball is going to be in his hand. So, all right, if Chris Paul is ruled out, I'm not quite sure who's going to start, if it's going to be Eric Gordon or Michael Carter-Williams. All righty, but you definitely want to keep your eyes on the news and, to find out who's going to be the point guard. So, speaking of finding out who's next up in the depth charts, if you go into the draft dashboard and you go right here to browse teams, all righty, you can go in here and look at the depth charts for a team, all right? And so if you click right here on the depth chart, as you can see, it shows you who the center is, 1, the power forward, 1 and 2, and so forth. If you click on the injuries tab, it shows you all the injuries right here. All right, and if you want to, you can just go ahead and exclude all the people who are injured. But again, this is kind of where you can go and find out who's the next man up. And as you can see what the draft rank, a dash rank is for each one of the players and what their average fantasy points per game is. But of course, that's not considered when they start. So, all right, just another option in the draft dashboard, guys. So let's go back to our position optimizer and go back to shooting guard now because we already went over the point guard. So, of course, like I said, James Harden is always in play. Some of these guys are point guard and shoot guard eligible, like Lou Williams. But Kent Bazemore, guys, hey, it's a game where they're away game, but they're going up against Cleveland. All righty, they're ranked 28 versus the position, and this guy plays 25, 30 plus minutes a game. And so Kent Bazemore, shooting guard, slash small forward for Atlanta, who has a team that has a lot of injuries. Look at all these people that are out for this team. Alrighty, so that could mean a lot of good run, especially with Vince Carter being a game time decision, and the young Trey Young has an issue with the elbow where he may possibly be out. So again, guys, definitely look at that. Nobody has that many injuries like this team. This team has a lot of players out. So that could mean something for you in your fantasy, right? Because these guys are going to play longer minutes and have to do more. So just remember that. All right, next up, guys, Steph Curry is always in play. Come on now, it's Steph Curry, man, Mr. 3-point splash brother. Enough said. Jamal Murray, again, this guy can come out in Golden State if he gets hot. He can put up 35, 45 DraftKings points on a good night. So you just got to catch him. He's really inconsistent in my opinion, right? But you have to consider him versus a Golden State team where there should be a lot of scoring. So, and it's a 4-game slate. So I'm locking him in as far as on my watch list. So is Gary Harris, the shooting guard, alrighty, with Barton being unquestionable from my understanding. He had an issue where he left the game early. You definitely want to consider Gary Harris because he may get longer running. Also, Trey Lyles. Trey Lyles is the backup small forward for Denver. And so if you hear that Barton is out and Trey Lyles is getting the start, just lock him in, man. Don't even think about it. Just lock him in. Trust me. Trey Lyles, he good to go versus Golden State. All right, of course, like I said, Aaron Gordon is in play because Chris Paul is suspended, which he should be. That's definitely somebody whose stock is going to rise real quick. All right, you got Avery Bradley. He's a defensive guy that plays against for the Clippers, and they're going up against Houston that doesn't have Chris Paul, so that's somebody that you could consider. But to be honest, the guy doesn't produce enough as far as fantasy value goes. But he's an option at 3.9K playing against Houston, which is a faster paced team. So hey, you could take a chance there. Alrighty, but again, that's pretty much all I like when it comes to shooting guard. Small forward, of course, at the top of the list, you got your boy Kevin Durant. And personally, that's what I prefer to pay up for at 10K versus Denver. Again, in a game that should be a higher scoring, fast-paced game. Alrighty, and he's playing. Again, if you look at the possessions that you got right there, total pace, it's pretty high. All right, they're playing away, but this is KD, man. All right. KD can do a little bit of everything. Block the ball, shoot it, assist it, rebound it, you name it. Take it from, one side of the court to the other. So, all right, Paul George, if Westbrook is out, Paul George stock could rise as well. Again, versus the Sacramento team. Overall, defense not great, but I guess they play okay defense versus the power forward, but this is Paul George, okay? All right. Tayshaun Prince is somebody that you could consider who's had success versus Cleveland in the past. All right, again, I told you that they have a very small roster because a lot of players are out already. And so Tayshaun Prince could definitely be somebody that we could consider. This Osman kid has been playing out of his mind. 40 points in the last couple of games. He's only 6K. All right, he's going up against an Atlanta team. All righty. As you can see, that team defense is not that great. And actually, the position team defense, it's not that great either. So, hey, man, give it a shot. Ken Bazemore, again, Atlanta guys, this team, they don't have a lot of options, so these guys are going to have to do the work, and the work in possessions mean what? Excuse me. That means fantasy goodness. All right, Eric Gordon, again, is in play. All righty, so I guess he's small forward eligible as well. Wow, okay. All righty. So that's pretty much, all I like as far as the small forward goes. So power forward, going to see a lot of the same players, but we're going to add in Kevin Love. Kevin Love is definitely somebody you want to consider versus the Atlanta. Matter of fact, which one of their big men that they have, the one or two, are going to stop Kevin Love, all right? So Kevin Love, somebody you definitely want to consider. Paul Millsap going up against Denver is a decent play as well. As you see in a paced-up game, he's at home, he's healthy, all righty, but he has to deal with Draymond Green or Kevin Durant as far as defense goes. But Paul Millsap can definitely do some damage, so he's somebody you definitely want to put on your radar. Tristan Thompson versus the Atlanta. Again, that team doesn't have a lot of options, but Tristan Thompson could have a nice night when it comes to rebounds and blocks and stuff of that nature. So definitely at 5.2K, I would have him in my player pool. So, and that's pretty much it, guys. You want to take a chance with Carmelo Anthony, but he looked like garbage. today versus the Lakers, man. And Trey Lyles, man. If this guy is getting the start with Barton being out, all right, because Barton kind of plays the small forward / shooting guard sometimes, but man, just play Trey Lyles, man. Thank me later. Alrighty. And that's center. Of course, you can never go wrong with Jokic. You know, the guy just put up like 90 DraftKings points. No, I think he had like 70. Let me check and see. What did he have? Yep, he had 82.5 DraftKings points, guys. 35 points, 12 rebounds, 11 assists, 3 3-pointers made, and 4 steals, and a block. 82.5 DraftKings points. The top scorer on DK today on the 20th. Man, so can he repeat that? Yeah, I don't know if he can do that versus Golden State, because he was playing against Phoenix when he put up this 82 DraftKings points. But hey, he's 9K. You know, if he can put up 50, you know, that's good for 9.2K. So, and that's quite possible, as you can see, because they're ranked 20 versus the center. And I don't see those young centers that they have in Cleveland shutting down Jokic or even Draymond. So, you know, definitely in play. Steven Adams is in play versus Sacramento, one of the worst teams versus the center. You definitely can consider him. And especially if Westbrook plays, that always elevates Steven Adams' game, all right, because he opens up the floor. We already talked about Millsap. We already talked about Thompson. If you want to take a flyer on Damon Jones, all right, versus Denver, I wouldn't, but hey, he's on a 3.8K. All right, so you got some options there. Draymond versus Denver. Again, it says that he's in a bad matchup. It's a Draymond Green on the Golden State team with a lot of weapons that opens up the floor. So you definitely could consider Draymond, alrighty, at 6.8K. And Capella, he's in a nice spot versus LAC, you know. They're ranked 26 versus the center. And you got Chris Paul out, but most likely Harden will be handling the ball. And he loves to run the pick and roll with Capella, throw the lobs, Capella for the dunk, rinse, repeat. So, all right, guys, so that's pretty much my breakdown of the slate, guys. I want to tell you guys thank you so much for all the love. You know, I'm getting a decent amount of views. You know, I'm getting some comments here and there. And I just want to say thank you. I really do appreciate it, man. I got a couple of new subscribers over the last week and a half. And I want to tell all you guys thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you have any suggestions, any comments, any questions, drop them in the comments of my videos. And I'll do my best to answer those as soon as possible. I'm checking them frequently. And I do appreciate the love, guys. So, till next time, good luck. Remember, if you subscribe, that brings you luck. You know, not really, but, you know, it sounds good. But thank you, and I'll holler at you.